hot today. No matter what you were doing outside, it may seem unbearable to wear more clothing than you have to. But one job on the First Coast requires some employees to wear very heavy coats, even during the summer. Jessica Clark reports on the folks who work at the fort in St. Augustine.
My name's Ranger Allen, and I'm dressed up like a 1740s Spanish soldier.
Alan Arnold works at the Castillo de San Marcos in St. Augustine.
Spanish are the ones that built this place, long time ago.
If the fort had a mascot, he'd kind of be one of them.
1, 2, 3.
Believe it or not, this is his summer attire.
3 layers of linen, 2 layers of wool. My underwear is showing, so a lot of layers.
It looks like it's so hot because there's no skin exposed. It just looks so hot. I'm dying just looking at that.
This is the best job on the planet. I'll stare right into the lens. You having lunch? No, he's like, nope, don't want to talk to that guy. He looks funny. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, one big question. Aren't you hot?
Oh, yes. That's like the #1 question. I have a couple different answers. It breathes. Well, it's actually not too bad. It's all natural fiber. It's wool and linen. The linen will absorb my sweat, and the wool will keep the sun from evaporating that away. But when the breeze comes through that natural fiber, it hits that wet linen and causes evaporative cooling. Actually, it does a pretty good job of keeping me cool. But you got to ask this guy about being hot.
I can tell you from experience that the Park Service green and gray is actually warmer than that one right there.
What you're wearing
Yes, ma'am.
is hotter.
Yes, ma'am.
So you are hotter than he is right now, is that the case?
I don't know how to answer that one. That's my wife right there.
So you're telling me that you are cooler right now than I am in this heat?
I would say yes.
Yeah?
I was a little doubtful, so we checked out the uniform room.
I'm inside of the fort, about to try one on. And here we go. And so, even inside, and I'm not wearing the whole uniform, I am hot.
Earlier this morning, there was not a breath of wind at all, and I was really hot.
So water is a must for these rangers.
We know that the guys wearing this need to be cognizant of water intake.
But Arnold, with enough water and wind, would rather wear the wool and tell history this way.
We call it living history. So we like to really bring history alive.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News.